Imagine a place where you can sleep under the northern lights, explore Alaska's wild beauty, and savor incredible flavors, all in one trip. We visited Borealis Basecamp twice, first in the golden hues of summer, and now in the pristine magic of winter. Two seasons, one unforgettable destination. Which one will steal your heart? Let's find out.
We are in Borealis Basecamp, which is an hour drive from Fairbanks. This property has about 20 igloos and transparent rooftops so that we can get a very good view of the Aurora lights from our rooms.
Getting here is an adventure in itself. It's about a 30 to 45-minute drive from Fairbanks, which is located in northern Alaska. And Borealis Basecamp provides a shuttle service with amazing views along the way. In the fall, you'll wind through picturesque landscapes with vibrant colors painting the trees, and in the winter, the landscape is completely transformed into a magical, snow covered wonderland. Every tree, every bush, and every blade of grass is cloaked in a pristine layer of snow. It's a breathtaking sight.
And we are back at Borealis Basecamp.
And this is where you'll first arrive, the main lodge, a cozy hut shaped structure nestled right into the landscape. But step inside and you'll find it's anything but rustic. Here's the reception area where you'll check in. The staff here are super friendly and helpful, and they'll get you all set up for your stay. Alright, let's head towards our igloo. But first, we have a little journey to take. And trust me, the walk is just as amazing as the destination, no matter when you visit. In fact, let's take a look at how different yet equally captivating this path can be depending on the season. Notice how the fall path winds through a kaleidoscope of colors, while the winter trail is a snowy track through a wonderland of white. In fall, you're surrounded by towering spruce and birch, their leaves rustling like golden coins in the breeze. In winter, the same trees are stark and skeletal against the bright snow, and the only sound is the crunch of your footsteps. And there it is, your home away from home in the Arctic. Let's start with a quick room tour.
Welcome to our igloo.
The heart of Borealis Basecamp lies in its iconic igloos. They are designed to give you the ultimate Aurora viewing experience. Check out this incredible panoramic window. It stretches across the entire ceiling so you can just lie in bed and watch the Aurora Borealis dance across the night sky. How cool is that? And inside, it's all about comfort with functionality. We've got cozy beds, elegant furnishings, and plenty of space to relax and enjoy the view. Plus, all the modern amenities you need for a comfortable stay, like a full bathroom and a cozy beverage bar for your morning coffee or tea. Sleeping under the Aurora lights without leaving the comfort of your bed. That's what makes this place so special. The igloos are cozy yet spacious, and waking up to these incredible views is nothing short of magical. And guess what? We were incredibly lucky during our fall visit. The skies were crystal clear, which gave us the most amazing view of the Aurora Borealis. It was like a dream come true. Of course, winter is still a fantastic time to visit, and the snow creates a truly magical atmosphere. We happened to come during a snowstorm, so the clouds obscured the aurora a bit. But honestly, the experience was still incredible. No matter when you choose to visit, Borealis Basecamp offers a truly unique and unforgettable experience. You will be surrounded by the beauty of the Alaskan wilderness with the chance to witness the magic of the Northern Lights. It's truly a special place. But the adventure doesn't stop there. Borealis Basecamp offers a wide range of activities to make your stay even more unforgettable. And the best part, these activities change with the seasons, so there's always something new to discover. Let's start with winter.
And there are many interesting activities here we would love to try. We have the reindeer meet and greet, we have dog sledding, we have the snowmobile and the helicopter tour. But I feel the most interesting activity is the helicopter tour. They will take us on a 1 hour helicopter ride through the Alaskan mountain ranges, forests. I think that's going to be a very enchanting experience.
Wow, talk about an adrenaline rush. We just took off on a helicopter adventure that I'll never forget. As we lifted off from the base camp, it felt like we were leaving the world behind. We soared above the treetops, and suddenly it was like a whole new world opened up beneath us. The mountains were incredible. They were completely covered in snow, these massive peaks just rising up all around us. It felt like we were flying through a giant white fluffy cloud. The sun was shining, but you could sense the crisp cold air outside. The pilot told us that the weather can be unpredictable up here, which just added to the thrill. It was like we were in our own little snow globe, but our pilot was a pro, navigating those changes with total confidence. It made us feel safe and excited all at once. Then, we had this amazing surprise. The pilot found this clearing and landed the helicopter right next to an old abandoned gold mine factory. It was incredible. We got out and explored for a bit, imagining what it must have been like to work there back in the gold rush days.
Wow. Oh, we have graffiti as well.
A little bit graffiti. So this is actually sitting on water. It's floating on water right now.
Oh,
So those big platforms are pontoons it's floating on.
it's floating on water actually.
Yeah, so this is one of several dredges in the area.
Oh.
So this is a number 3 gold dredge.
It was like stepping back in time. The whole place was so quiet and still, you could almost hear the echoes of the past. It was definitely a highlight of the trip. After our quick stop at the gold mine, it was time to head back to the base camp. The flight back was just as stunning. We flew over the frozen rivers and forests that seemed to stretch on forever. And as we approached the base camp, we got this amazing bird's eye view of the whole property. It was incredible to see the igloos nestled in the snow, with the vast wilderness all around. It really gave us a sense of just how remote and special this place is. This helicopter tour was definitely the highlight of our winter stay at Borealis Basecamp. It was thrilling, breathtaking, and magical all at once. It's something we will never forget.
So in areas like these where there's so much snow, it's really difficult to have our general transportation. So snowmobile or snow machine is a really popular mode of transport here. And we are going to try 1 hour of snowmobile today where we go through these amazing white Alaskan forests.
It's time to explore the Alaskan wilderness like pros. Here we go. We take off and suddenly it's like we are in a whole new world. We are zipping through the snow surrounded by these giant trees covered in white. The wind is hitting my face and I can't stop smiling. It feels like we are flying. Look around. It's like a winter wonderland. And check out those mountains. They're huge and covered in snow, reaching all the way up to the sky. It's really something. We're cruising along and we see this big open field covered in snow. We just have to stop for a minute to take it all in. It's so quiet and peaceful. It's like all your worries just disappear. The trail is winding through the trees and I'm leaning into the turns and feeling the fun. We come to a hill and I get a little nervous. But I take a deep breath, the snowmobile roars up the hill and I feel a rush of adrenaline. We did it. We are a great team, even on a snowmobile. And just like that, our snowmobile adventure is over. That went by way too fast. But wow, what a ride. I'm still buzzing from the excitement and I already want to do it again. Now we are about to experience the heart and soul of Alaska, dog sledding. And let me tell you, it's even more incredible than I imagined. Just look at those adorable huskies. They are so excited to get out on the trail and their energy is contagious. I can't wait to glide through the snowy landscape behind these amazing animals. It's like stepping back in time and experience Alaska the way it's meant to be explored. Now, I know what you must be thinking. Is dog sledding harmful to the dogs? And the answer is a resounding no.
Alaskan Huskies are actually bred to make sure that they can do dog sledding, and they really enjoy this process along with the human who is taking them on the ride. And the person who takes care of the dogs or rides the dogs is in fact very close to them. In fact, they are part of their family and they really feel so.
They absolutely love it. It's in their DNA. Think of it as a family trip with their human counterparts. So picture this. 5 or 6 dogs all harnessed together pulling a sled through the snow. It might look like hard work, but for these dogs, it's pure joy. They are running and playing in their element. And the musher, that's what they call the person who guides the sled, has a deep bond with each and every one of them. They're not just a team, they're family. All right, it's time to hit the trail.
And how you guys doing?
Good. How about you?
Oh, good. So since you have the, so how the tour is going to go, guys? We're going to have it's going to be about over a 2-mile loop.
Okay.
We're stop midway, take some photos, meet the dogs,
Yep.
as well as switch. How the tour is going to go is I'm going to be here in the middle doing all the work.
Okay.
But then we're going to have somebody in the back here acting like a musher and get a chance. And I recommend everybody to do it because it's not that hard. And also, it's hey, when's the next time you can say in Alaska you've driven a dog team?
Yeah.
You know, have any of you guys driven a motorcycle
Yes.
or very similar to how you when we're going on a corner, lean into the turn, lean your weight into the turn.
One of us hops into the sled, snuggled under warm blankets, while the other stands on the runners at the back, helping to steer. And we're off. The dogs take off with an enthusiastic burst, and we are gliding through the snow. The scenery is breathtaking. Snow-covered trees and mountains that seem to touch the sky. It's like we've stepped into a winter wonderland. The feeling is completely different from the snowmobile. This time, we are not in control. We are completely at one with the dogs and the rhythm of the sled. It's exhilarating and peaceful at the same time. The only sounds are the panting of the dogs and the soft whoosh of the sled on the snow. As we glide along, I can't help but feel a deep connection to the Alaskan wilderness. This is how people have traveled here for centuries. And it's an experience we will never forget.
The other 5 are back at our kennel at home.
Yeah. Hello, 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 hello.
And so these guys are next generation. So these guys are 4 months old, getting on 4 months old. And they're gonna here when they're 8 months or 10 or 7 to 8 months old,
Yep.
they'll get their first time in a harness.
Dog sledding at Borealis Basecamp is more than just an activity. It's a journey into the heart of Alaska's history and spirit. If you're looking for an authentic and unforgettable adventure, this is it.
The resort also has a few reindeer that we can meet and greet, enjoy some time with them, feed them, and take care of them.
These guys are so fascinating. They are perfectly adapted to survive the harsh Alaskan winters. Their fur is incredibly thick and provides amazing insulation. They also have large hooves that act like snowshoes, helping them walk on the snow without sinking. And let's not forget their antlers. Those help them clear away snow to find food and also come in handy for defense. It's truly a unique experience and a great way to connect with the local wildlife. Alright, we've explored the winter wonderland that is Borealis Basecamp. Now get ready for a change of scenery as we rewind to the fall season. The landscape transforms into a canvas of vibrant colors and the activities take on a whole new flavor.
Today we have 2 activities, the UTV ride through the forest in around the Borealis Basecamp and a nature walk. So super excited for those 2. We will also be seeing the Trans-Alaskan pipeline.
So, let's go. Get ready for a thrilling ride through the Alaskan wilderness. We're about to hop onto a UTV or utility terrain vehicle and explore the fall foliage like never before. First things first, safety gear. We've got our helmets strapped on tight and we are bundled up in warm layers. Even though the sun is shining, there's a crispness in the air that reminds you we're in Alaska. Now let's talk about the scenery. It's seriously unbelievable. The fall colors are exploding all around us. The leaves on the trees look like they are on fire against the bright blue sky. It's like driving through a painting. And check out those mountains in the distance. They're massive and covered in trees, and they just seem to go on forever. The air is so clear here, you can see for miles. It's like a whole world is opening up in front of you. As we are cruising along, I can't help but notice the Trans-Alaskan pipeline. It's this massive pipeline that stretches for hundreds of miles across the state carrying oil. Unlike most pipelines that are buried underground, a large portion of this pipeline is built above the ground. This is due to the permafrost, which would melt and cause the pipeline to sink if it were buried. The pipeline has a distinctive zigzag design to allow for it to expand and contract with temperature changes without causing damage. Interestingly, the pipeline also has several animal crossings, including bridges and tunnels to allow wildlife to safely cross. It's a pretty amazing feat of engineering, and it's a reminder of how important Alaska is to the rest of the world. The pipeline is visible pretty much everywhere you go in Alaska, and it's a constant reminder of the delicate balance between nature and industry. It's definitely something to think about as we're enjoying this incredible landscape. We've come to a clearing and we stop for a minute to take it all in. The view is breathtaking. The fall colors are even more vibrant up close, and the air is filled with the smell of pine needles and damp earth. It's like the whole forest is alive. We hop back in the UTV and continue our adventure. As the sun starts to set, we make our way back to the base camp. We are tired but exhilarated, and our hearts are full of the beauty of Alaska in the fall. This UTV ride was definitely a highlight of our trip, and it's an experience. Alright, all this adventuring has definitely worked up an appetite. Luckily, Borealis Basecamp has a fantastic restaurant called Latitude 65. And let me tell you, the food here is just as impressive as the scenery. And the atmosphere? It's just as delightful as the food. The restaurant has a cozy, rustic feel with large windows that offer stunning views of the surrounding landscape. In the fall, you can watch the leaves change colors as you eat, and in the winter, you might even catch a glimpse of the Aurora Borealis. What I love about Latitude 65 is how they embrace the Alaskan seasons. They have different menus for fall and winter, showcasing the best local ingredients each season has to offer. In the fall, you can expect dishes like hearty stews with root vegetables, roasted meats with wild berry sauces, and fresh salads with locally foraged greens. It's the perfect comfort food after a day of exploring the wilderness. And in the winter, the menu shifts to warmer, richer flavors. Think creamy soups, roasted game, and decadent desserts. It's the kind of food that makes you want to curl up by the fireplace with a good book. Latitude 65 is more than just a restaurant. It's a culinary experience that celebrates the best of Alaska. It's the perfect place to refuel and recharge after a day of adventure.
It has been an amazing 2-day experience in Borealis Basecamp, but it's sadly time to say goodbye. But we really hope that we get to come back someday in the future.